And that's not mist down in the valley, that's smoke. Last night I slept in my mask because it smelled so much like smoke. And when I went outside at night, when I had my headlamp shining, I could see the ash floating around in the sky. At the high point for this section, it's on Abercrombie Mountain, and you can go to the top, but today I'm just gonna keep following the PNT. Despite the smoke, I think I can see something I'm gonna pass. That little bit there, that's Mount Bonaparte, and I will be going over that in about 180 miles. I've been eating these. They're pretty good, except that they're only 100 calories, which is not a lot. I just passed a few blowdowns, and I'm coming up on a really gnarly section of blowdowns that should last about 5 miles. Yep. Okay. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Okay. I don't like the under ones. I'm still figuring out my strategy. I think it's backpack first, and then use the backpack as like a little pivot to get under. Yeah. Ooh, that one. Yep. Nope. Yes. Oh, ow. Yeah. Okay. Rude. Rude. Okay. No. He. Oh. Yeah. Okay. He. Okay. Okay. That was really cool. I just met 4 hikers going the other way who are doing the Great Western Loop. So they've already hiked the whole PCT this year. Then they cut east along the PNT that I'm on, and we met in the middle of Blowdowns. And then they're going to do the CDT, the Continental Divide Trail, go south, and then might connect back to the PCT or not, I'm not sure, but that's a pretty epic journey. And their trail names were Rip, Trailwind, Feather, and Diesel. 3 of them had been planning to do the Western Loop this whole time, and then one of them just was doing the PCT and crushing it, doing 35, 40 mile days, and got to the end and was just like, yeah, I could keep hiking, yeah. Trail goes in, all those blowdowns, but fortunately there's a switchback, so I can just go this way. Another switchback, but I would have to climb this log again, so may as well stay on it until I get to whatever this is. This is the trail. Yeah, see? Yeah, there, it's in there. Wow. So on my trekking poles, I like to keep the tip protectors, the little rubbery things, because I'm semi-frequently using them like this, where I'm kind of digging them into the ground, and I'm going to put my whole weight, oh, this is a bad example because I put it into a rotting log. Okay, put it there. Okay. I put my whole weight onto these so I can soften the landing, so I can save my knees. And if I keep the pointy metal tip on, it'll just dig into the ground like it did in that rotting log. But with the tips, you can get some good stability. These low ones. Oh. I'm out of the Blowdowns. That was about 3 hours and I don't know, 5 miles or so. Poor Virga had a tough time in these Blowdowns. They're pretty gnarly. Virga is the PNT hiker who's ahead of me, who makes very, very helpful comments in the app so that I know what to expect on trail. This is the Silver Creeks campground. This is my food for this section. It might be town day today, so I just don't have very much. It's not the most exciting food selection, but that's okay. And then this is all the trash and bits of broken glass that people have found that they're putting here so people don't step on it. And then I'm drying my, can't even see them, that's my sleeping quilt and my tent. Now it is a 22-mile road walk into town, into Northport, but a lot of the road, I'm going over a cattle guard. Anyways, a lot of the road is just nice Forest Service kind of roads like this. It's a good little rest spot in the shade there by this lake. What's this? What's this? Oh my gosh. That is an ice cold Dr. Pepper. Pop-Tarts. Oh my gosh, that was so kind. It is a long road walk today and hot because it's paved. And I was literally just dreaming about if a car would stop and give me a cold soda. So that was perfect. Amazing, amazing trail magic. I think there's another sign for us. Let's see. Oh, that's really sweet. I will. A lizard guy in there. These signs are cute. Okay, and here is the Columbia River. Comes from Canada, then goes right by the PNT, goes through Washington, becomes the border between Washington and Oregon, and if I wanted, I could just hop into the river right now and float on home. But I'm enjoying the PNT, so I won't. Oh, and also Canada is actually right there. That's Canada, that's Canada, that little island is Canada, that island is US. This is a long road walk. I've been on it for 16 miles and I still have 7 more to go. And in a mile and a half, there's an RV park that I'm really hoping has ice cream. Oh, tragic. There's the fridge, the freezer with the ice cream, but they're closed. Available, but nobody's here. Oh, brutal. I give up on my ice cream cravings. 5 more miles. Man, I am living for these little shade spots. Oh, and there's a little bit of shade from the cloud on this uphill. Whew. Columbia River is still down in there. There's the bridge over the Columbia River. And there's Northport. That's my town for today. I texted some trail angels who host PNT hikers for the night, and they're making pizza tonight, so in 20 minutes I'll be eating that. Okay, here's Northport. I'll add this back in later. I made it to the trail angel's house and they had cooked a fabulous pizza by hand, and it was pepperoni and bell peppers, and they had even done the math of whether their circular pan or their rectangular pan would create a larger surface area of pizza in honor of me, a thru hiker with hiker hunger coming through, which is a level of nerdiness that I deeply appreciate. Anyways, the answer was a rectangular pizza, and I wish I had video of it because it was a beautiful pizza. But after the long road walk and the heat and the 32 miles, I basically got to their house and collapsed and then fell upon the pizza like a ravenous beast, and also chugged 7 glasses of ice water. So the food was gone before I even remembered that cameras existed. Then after some wonderful conversation, I showered and set up my tent on their really cozy backyard and fell fast asleep.